Hello and welcome to Hardcore Vinyasa Yoga with Tamara Vodovoz and the University of California, Davis. Today, Wednesday class is a little bit more challenging and a little bit more fast paced. So just be mindful of pacing yourself at an appropriate level for you today. And also, please modify, change, skip anything that doesn't feel right. This class is meant to be fun, so don't take it too serious. If something is out of your reach, just reach to where you are at and enjoy. I'll be playing some music from Soul Rising, but if you would like to tune in to your own music, I think that would still work out. It's gonna be low on the background. Okay, so for today, very important that you open up some floor space and roll out a yoga mat or an exercise mat, a towel, a blanket, something that is not gonna slide on the floor. So towel and blanket works on carpeted floor, but not on hard floor, because otherwise it'll slide. So you want something that is going to be stable and comfortable on the floor to follow the practice. And I have some yoga blocks. I just got 2 of these. They're very inexpensive. They are available in pretty much any exercise store. I got this actually at a retail store for like $5 each. So I highly recommend getting some of these and having them available because they do help a lot. And it's fun to use them. It allows for different modifications and they're stepping stones, so they can take you to new places that you wouldn't reach otherwise. So I am going to be using them. I think they're fun and very useful. All right, and the first use that I'll have for these yoga blocks is actually to use them as a seat. So I am seated on one of these. They're made out of foam. They're very comfortable, so they work very well as a seat. So you want to lift your sit bones higher than your knees. And this makes it very, very comfortable to sit cross-legged. You can also straddle the block. So you can take your feet back like this, and it's quite comfortable. All right, so before we get moving, let's take a moment to center, to ground, to root, and fully arrive to this time and space. It's very easy for our mind to get distracted during the day and our attention be on all sorts of things happening out there. Not only what we need to do for work or school, whatever our day-to-day routine is, but what's happening in the world can also draw our attention out and actually deplete our energy. So every time that we spend our attention, we put our attention on something, we are giving it our energy, we're giving it our life force. So it's very easy to kind of be drained out of that life force, out of our vital energy when our attention is drawn too much outward. So the practices that I like to lead are meant to draw your attention inward. So the opposite of the outward drainage, but more about bringing the energy in towards you. So basically, instead of outpouring your energy, you're creating energy. Of course, we're moving our body, we're focusing on our breath, but all that energy, we want to absorb it into our system. So if you would like to think about it, it's a type of energy that nourishes you and that restores your vital energy. And it also helps to move things around so that we're not stagnant, so that we're not holding tension in different places, tension from computer work, from looking at the phone, whatever you're doing. It creates stagnancy, it creates tension. So moving in different ways helps you to kind of get things flowing. And wherever there's flow, there is health. Wherever there is movement, there is life. So things that stay stagnant tend to shrivel up and become compressed, tight, and kind of lose their vitality, lose their life force. So we're becoming more alive with our yoga practice, if you want to see it that way. All right, so with that in mind, with that information, that orientation that I propose for our practice today, let's take a moment to really sit with that and let it land in our system. So take your preferred seated position, and we'll have a moment of quiet stillness to really absorb and feel what we just were talking about. And see if you can imagine the energy of your body. If you can imagine it, what it feels like, and maybe you can actually feel it. So when we orient our mind in a certain direction, we can actually feel in our body the effect of that orientation, of that mindset. So let's orient our mindset for the next 50 minutes or so that we'll be moving. Let's orient the energy that we're going to produce. We're going to use that energy to fill our life force. We're going to use that energy that we're generating to feed ourselves, not to drain and kind of pour it out, but to actually bring it in. So let's just take a moment to feel that, sense that, and experience that for yourself. And I'll count for us 10 breaths here. And slowly open your eyes, open your hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. On your inhale, push your hands forward. Actually, this is the exhale. And on the inhale, draw it in. Exhale, push out. And gathering Inhale, bring it in. 2 more. And exhale, release your hands down. Let's come off of our seat, off of your block. If you're on your block, I'm definitely very excited to have these new blocks. Come to the floor, to your mat, extend your legs, and shake your legs out. You can lean back on your hands and really shake out the feet, shake out the legs, and take your ankles in circles. Spread your toes, reach the toes out. So a good way to try to challenge that circle with the ankles is try to bring your big toes towards the center, and then flex the feet, spread the toes, and take the pinky toe out to the side. And then again, round all the way, big toe to the center, and all the way around. So try 3 in each direction, change. When you change direction, it's the same big circle, drawing the toes in, going out to the pinky side, flexing the feet, and around again. All right. Oh yeah, let's turn on the music. Come to all fours on your mat, and I will start the music in the meantime. All right, so on all fours on your mat, spread your fingers and really feel the floor through your fingertips, and press, especially the index knuckle, strong into the floor. And let your hands be shoulder width apart. Extend the arms completely. And also with your legs, bring your knees to be as wide as your hips. Connect the toe pads to the floor and spread your toes. So we root, we connect, we feel the floor underneath us. Take your hips around in big circles. Drop your head, release your neck. Go the other way. Feel your spine, feel your shoulders, your hips. And press back to downward dog. Take your feet wide as your mat. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Reach long through the arms and the spine. Push your hands into the floor and take the hips way back. Release your neck. Pedal your feet, taking one knee down, one heel down at a time. Keep pedaling your feet as you walk your hands inch by inch back towards your feet. Pedaling your feet, swaying side to side. Keep a little bend in your knees side to side. And come up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up. Fold at the wrist and scan the body as you exhale. 2 more. All right, take your feet wide, a little bit wider, much wider than your hips. We're gonna take a wide stance. See, I'm adjusting the view. All right, okay. Take a wide stance. And turn your toes so that they face forward. So some of us might need to press our heels out just a little bit. So it's almost pigeon toe, but not really pigeon toe. It's pressing the heels out just a tiny bit to encourage an inner rotation of your thighs. Lift and spread your toes. And hug with your legs, hug towards the midline. So the feet are not pushing out, but they're actually hugging in. And I like this action because it really feels like you're creating that energy you're pulling energy from the earth up, and you're drawing it up into your body by creating that hugging in. And now that you've anchored your feet, you've created a very strong foundation to the earth. Now with your thumb, touch the lower ribs, and with your pinky, touch the front of your hip bones. And let's bring a little bit of awareness to this area of our body. As you inhale, breathe into the back of the ribs. This part, the back of the body. If you could expand this part of your lungs, of your rib cage. And on the exhale, draw your belly button in and lower the front ribs down. So it's the opposite of flaring the ribs out. So it's creating action and creating a lengthening in the center of our body to decompress the lower spine. Try it out a few more times, keeping that action in the legs, breathing towards the back body. And on the exhale, lengthening, creating space, lifting away from the hips. Now bring your arms in front of your heart. Press all 10 fingertips together like you're holding a little sphere in your hands. So all 10 fingertips pressing into each other. Strong. So it's not a lazy holding, strong. So we're generating energy here with our own body. We're generating this energy to fuel, to self-sustain our life force energy. So create that action with the arms and keep the same breath pattern. Inhale, expanding the back of the ribs. Exhale, drawing the front ribs down and belly button in. And bring the shoulders back and down, shoulder blades down your back. Don't let this happen. Down. Keep breathing that way. Legs very anchored. And now bend your knees just a little bit and hinge your hips back a few degrees. Keep reaching forward with your arms as you counter reach with your hips back, creating length in your body. Keep breathing, keep lengthening, strong in the legs, anchoring down into the earth. Let's take 3 more full breaths here. And on your next exhale, hinge the hips back, reach with the fingers forward until you touch the floor. Keep reaching the hips back, fingers forward. Take another deep breath. And ground the hands, walk forward, downward dog. Pedal your feet. And on your inhale, come forward to plank. Hold plank. Squeeze your legs towards the midline. And lift your belly. Deep breath. And exhale, knees down, hips back. On your inhale, come forward, bring the chest to the floor, and up. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, slide forward, and open the chest. Follow with your breath. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, taking the hips back. Let's do 2 more. And downward dog. Take your right leg up, spread your toes, circle your ankle. Go both ways. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, bring your knee under your body, towards the opposite elbow, then towards the right elbow, then out to the side and up again, creating a big, big circle. So we'll go in 3 big circles in each direction. This time, step your right foot outside your right hand. Pivot and lower your back heel down and walk your hands 45 degrees to the left. Reach your hips back and reach your fingers forward, lengthening the spine. Lift the toes, reach long. And now side to side, bending one knee and then the other, waving your spine. This is a good place to use the blocks. You can use the blocks to give you a little bit more lift, a little bit more space here. That will allow you more movement. Wonderful. Walk the hands back towards the right foot. Lower the back knee down. And inhale, lift the arms. Take your left wrist and pull it over to the right. And change, pulling the right wrist to the left. release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep your belly in towards the spine, meeting the front with the back body. Interlace the fingers or hold onto a towel and extend the arms behind you. Take the shoulders back and down. Maybe bring the hips a little bit forward, increasing the stretch in the front of the left thigh. And release, bring your hands to the floor, extend the right leg. Another wonderful place to use the blocks to give you a little bit more lift. Extend the right leg and turn side to side, pivoting on the heels. Turn the foot side to side like windshield wipers. Maintaining length in your spine. So if this is happening, if you're trying to put your hands on the floor and this is happening, find something to lift the chest so that the spine is extended and you're not compromising your spine for the length of the leg. You can also just bend your knee a little bit, no problem. All right, let's release that. Hands to the floor, step it back, downward dog, pedal it out. Come forward to plank. Exhale down to your belly. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And back to downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, spread the toes, circle the ankle. Both directions. And bend the knee. Take a deep breath. We'll do 3 big circles with the knee in each direction. Big circle, as big as you can. And step it forward. Lower the back heel down. Walk the hands 45 degrees to the right. Use your blocks if you need it. Hips back, fingers forward. Lengthen the spine. And side to side. Walk the hands back towards the left foot. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, reach up. And pull your left wrist to the right. Pull your right wrist to the left. Come back to center, release. The hands interlace behind your back. Interlace the fingers the way that feels awkward. Take the shoulders back. Extend the arms. Shoulders back and down. Keep the belly in towards the spine. And maybe bring the hips a little bit lower. Extending the front of the right thigh. Extend the front leg. Spread the toes and pivot on the heel. Pivot the foot side to side. Use a block, or you can also have, if you have a chair nearby, you can bring your hands to the chair. And that will give you more space. right, step it back, downward dog. Forward to plank. Hold plank, belly in. Ribs down. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen through the body. Press your heels back and the crown of your head forward. Take another big breath. And exhale, lower down to the floor. Squeeze your legs together. Lift the chest for cobra or upward dog. Downward dog. And take a moment here to breathe, to ground. On your next inhale, take your right leg up. Reach, 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 and lengthen. Exhale, step it forward. Keep the back heel up and come up to high lunge. Bring your hands to your hips and press the hips down. Stay low. Push through the back heel nice and strong. Extend the front of the thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. And on your exhale, open the arms wide. Take the shoulders back, shoulder blades down. Inhale, scoop, gather the energy from the earth and bathe yourself in it. 3 more. Gathering and nourishing yourself. Reach the arms up. Belly in. Lengthen. Take a deep breath. Turn to the right. Open the arms. And reverse. Backhand down to the back thigh. Lift the left arm up. And exhale. Hands down and walk across. Wide leg. Lift the toes, hips back. Reach with the fingers forward, hips back. And all the way to the left, downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. Hold plank for another breath. Exhale, lower down. Cobra or upward dog. Back to downward dog. Take the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, reach up. And bathe yourself. Shoulders back and down. Keep the belly in towards the spine. 5 breaths. One more. And hands down. And walk across to the middle. Lift the toes. Take the weight back towards the heels. Reach forward with your fingers. Lengthen the spine. bring your one hand down to the floor, right below the heart. So I have my right hand down, and with the left arm, trace with your thumb, trace the inside of your right arm. Bring it across the chest, lift the elbow up, and then extend your arm up towards the sky. Exhale to bring that hand down. Inhale, the other side. Let's go, twice more to each side. And fold in, reach for your ankles, drop it. And slowly pull from the sides, pull to lift and rise up. Release the arm. Turn your toes out, facing to the sides, and bend your knees. Inhale, reach up, extend the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Twice more. Using the breath to power you through. And now stay with your legs wide, knees bent 90 degrees. Keep it low, come on. Lower those hips. Stay low, and now wave the arms side to side. One more. And inhale, reach up, extend your legs. Woo! Turn the toes forward. Reach forward with your hands. Hinge the hips back. Bend the knees a little bit. Lift the toes. Reach, 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 reach. Touch the floor. All right. Ground your hands nice and strong. Right below you, about shoulder width apart. Push with your hands strong into the floor and lift your belly. And jump your feet together. And it's okay to bend the knees. Jump the feet apart. And we'll repeat a few times. This is what it looks like in profile. Apart, together. Apart, together. Lift from your belly. Try to keep the feet close to the hands. One more. Nice. And roll the spine up. Whew. Come up to standing. And exhale. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, round your back. Bend the knees, dive in. And walk forward to downward dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your fists by your side, nice and strong, belly in, and kick the left knee up. Inhale, step it back, reach up. Exhale, strong. Kicking it up. Let's do 3 more. Step it back. Make a little butterfly with your hands, hooking your thumbs. Reach it forward, belly in. Reach about 45 degrees with your body, creating a strong line of action from the back heel, strong in that leg, strong in the glute, belly in. Reach through the arms. Pour your weight onto the right foot and lift the back leg up. I reached the wall. You don't need to reach the wall, but you can actually. If you need the wall, go for it. To bring your body now into a strong line, parallel to the floor. Back toes pointing down, spread them. Kick through that back heel. Lift the belly. And exhale, release. Hands down. Downward dog. Forward to plank. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Pedal it out. Left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach up. Same as the other side. 5 kicks. Strong with the breath. Step it back, hook the thumbs, reach. Create length. Root the left foot and step it forward. If you ran into the wall and you want to have the wall, go for it. Otherwise, give yourself more space. Lift the belly, kick through that back heel, spread the toes, strong. Power. Feel it. And step it up, back, inhale up, hands down, downward dog. Forward to plank and down to your belly. Let's take a little break. Make a pillow with your hands. Deep breaths. Big breaths into your belly. All right. How's that energy feeling in your body? Do you feel it rising? Do you feel it empowering you, waking you up? All right. We'll try something fun. I really love doing this one. So go ahead and flip the toes so that your toe pads are touching the floor. Keep your feet about hip width apart and bring your elbows more in front of your shoulders. So not directly under the shoulders, but a little bit more in front. Actually, before we do that, let's come to a variation that's closer to the floor so we can really feel the action and the power that I want to lead you towards. So come all the way with your chest to the floor and take your arms wide. Not wide as a T, but about 45 degrees out. And press your fingertips down. Lift the heel of your hands. So it's not a flat hand, it's a lifted hand like a little spider. All right. And start with your forehead on the floor. And draw your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades down your back. And see if you can lift your ribs away from the floor. Lift your forehead off the floor too. So forehead and ribs away from the floor. Lift your belly. Look down. Press your fingertips down into the floor. It's hard. and release. So that really wakens up and engages you from the fingertips all the way up the inner arm, all the way to the sternum, the chest. You're really pushing down to lift the front of your body. So we're gonna now change the arms. So the arms are gonna come parallel to each other, but a little bit more in front of the shoulders. So not directly under, but a little bit forward. Very similar principle. On your inhale, go ahead and arch the spine. So this is the opposite of what we're going for, but it's good to feel the opposites. And now on your exhale, lift your belly, lift your ribs, look under. Inhale, arch. Exhale, lift the ribs, lift the belly, look under. One more. Keep your hips down. And this time, lift your hips. Lift the hips, lift the belly, lift the ribs, and look under. Now, let's come down for a moment. I just want to emphasize, it's not this way lifting the hips. Press the hips forward. Lift the belly, lift the ribs. Hold here for 3 more breaths. It's hard. And slowly release. Make a pillow with your hands. And take a few deep breaths. All right, and step it back, downward dog. Woo! Pedal your feet. Inhale your right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, step it forward. Lower your back knee down. Walk your left hand more to the left, right foot away. Now this is also a good one to use a block to give yourself a little bit more height here, a little bit more space. Open the right arm, 3 big circles with the right arm. Moving the rib cage, moving, big circles. Change direction. All right, with your right hand, push your right knee away from you and lean onto the left hand. Lots of space here, lots of space. Deep breath. Open the right arm, look back, reach, bend the back knee, catch that foot. Push the foot into your hand, creating a bow and arrow action. Open the chest. Enjoy. And now pull the heel in towards your glute. Release. Extend the front leg, spread those toes. And maybe, if it's in your repertoire, sliding forward to a split. And this is a great place to use the blocks because you can come up onto the blocks to give yourself a little bit more space, a little bit more height, and not go so deep. Lots of action in the legs. Don't let this be lazy. If you're going for split, let it be active. All right, and work your way back up to downward dog. Pedal the feet. Forward to plank. Hold plank, squeeze your legs together. And tap opposite shoulders. Try to keep your hips where they are in place and don't let your body roll too much side to side. Quick taps, come on. All right, press it back, down dog. Left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Step it forward, lower the back knee down. Walk your hand more to the right. Use your block if you need it. And 3 big circles with the left arm, moving the ribs. Spread all toes. All right, and push. With your left hand, push the left knee away from you. Lean back, open the chest. And take the left arm up and open, reach back. Bend the back knee, and here you can also lasso that foot with a towel or a strap, a belt. Push the foot into the hand, creating a bow and arrow action. Open the chest, enjoy. And now bring the heel in towards the glute. All right, let it go. Extend the front leg. You can work on your pivoting side to side. Remember, if your back is doing this, find a block or something to lift up and find that length in your spine. So don't compromise the spine for anything else. Spine is quite important. And if you're working on your splits, you can use the 2 blocks, one on each side, to hold yourself a little bit higher. And push the legs out. Spread the toes, press those heels out. So it's very active. And you can inch your way in as long as you feel that you can still come out. And as long as you feel you can take a full breath. So if you cannot breathe, you've gone too far for you today. Then the appropriate action is to back off a tiny bit. All right. Come out, downward dog. And keep your feet about hip width apart. If you have a block, bring that block between your thighs and squeeze that block between your thighs. Keep a lot of action in your center, lifting the belly button. And pivot on the foot so that you're now on the pinky side of your foot. Keep squeezing that block between the legs. Spread all 10 toes, and with your thumb, trace the opposite arm, and then extend up. And shift to the other side. Take your time. If you don't have a block, you can just let your legs be together. One more to each side. Take your time. Don't rush it. And release. Woo. Open up your blanket if you have one and lay on your spine. Hug your knees in, rock a little side to side, take the knees wide, rock side to side. All right, if you have a block, bring it again between your legs. And keep your, take your heels a little bit away from you, not fully extended, not bent 90 degrees, but somewhere in between. Flex your feet, lift and spread your toes. And squeeze that block between your thighs. And bring your hands to the floor about 45 degrees away from you. Press your fingers into the floor. Shoulders back and down, shoulder blades down your back. And breathe to the back of the ribs. As if you could push with your inhale, push your upper back into the floor. As you expand the rib cage with the breath. With your exhale, bring your belly in, floating ribs down. And lift your hips just an inch off the floor. Keep the neck long, chin straight up. Back of the head into the floor. Press those fingers down into the floor. Spread your toes too. Big breaths here. Fill it up. Use your breath to bring in that power into your body. And now keep the hips up, bring all 10 fingertips together, creating that sphere of power in your hands. Same breath pattern. This time, take the arms up overhead, inhale towards the back. Exhale, belly in. Hips are off the ground. 2 more big breaths here. Woo. Release. Oh, thank God. If you still have that block, keep it between your knees. Open your arms out to the side, keeping your knees bent 90 degrees. Take them all the way to the right and look to your left. Change sides, knees to the left, look to the right. Let your body soften, release, and drop. and bring it back to center. If you have your 2 blocks, or if you have a cushion, bring it under your knees, and let's release our body here. Surrender to the force of gravity and let yourself melt down. Letting yourself kind of simmer and absorb all the energy that we've generated throughout the practice. And nourish yourselves, nourish your tissues, and fill up with the vitality of this energy that we just generated. You're welcome to stay here, resting and assimilating, feeding yourself with the energy of this practice. And I will say thank you for following today, and keep up the good work. Keep making this time and space to nourish yourself, to feed and fill your cup, because when we take care of ourselves, we're better equipped to go out into the world and take care of others and take care of our work, of our studies, whatever it is that we need to pour our heart into. Take care. I'll see you soon.